Today, I'm going to be ranking the trilogy absolutely no one cares about. It's going to be a miracle if we even get views on this, but I'm going to be ranking the Ant-Man trilogy and its descent from solid to horrific chaos. No, this will show spoilers from my previous videos and the Marvel movies I've already ranked. You probably don't really care, but if you do, they should be on the screen and you can watch them. Without further ado, I'm going to be recapping each one, then ranking. Let's go. We begin in 1989, and Hank Pym gets in an argument with some people. Then, in present day, Scott gets let out of prison and is picked up by the GOAT, Louise. He gets fired from his job and is offered to steal something, but declines. We see Pym meet up with some dude and see plans of a suit called the Yellow Jacket, presented by some bald guy. Scott goes to his daughter's birthday, and the bald guy kills some guy. Scott decides to take the job to pay for child support. He breaks into Pym's vault, but only finds a suit, so he takes it. He puts it on and shrinks for the first time, and he hates it. He decides to return it and is arrested, but he escapes with the suit. He passes out and wakes up at Pym's house. Pym gives him some lore and assigns him a mission. They then go to a training montage. Then Pym does a lore drop about how his wife died. Scott then fights the Falcon and steals the thingy they need. They decide to get the GOAT Louise, and these other two guys, but mainly the GOAT Louise, to help with the mission. The mission goes mainly according to plan until the moment Scott tries to steal the suit. Bald Guy is about to kill Pym, but is saved and Bald Guy flees. As Scott is intercepting him, he puts on the Yellow Jacket suit and they get in a fight. Scott defeats him by whacking him into a fly trap though. Scott's caught by the police, is able to escape, then goes to Cassie because Bald Guy is coming after her. They get in yet another fight, which I thought was actually a pretty creative one. Then as Cassie's life is on the line, Scott has to shrink between the molecules to destroy the inside of the suit, causing Bald Guy to die. Well, I guess not die. You'll get what I mean later. He continues to go subatomic, and when all hope is lost, he's able to get back using the blue disc. Then the rest is pretty irrelevant. This movie was just such a vibe. It's definitely not as good as I remember it being, and it's really simple and generic, but it's honestly fine. The action was pretty good, and it was a pretty funny movie too. It's a nice, solid B tier. Wait a minute. I think I'm forgetting something.
What's up?
Oh yeah, Louise! Yeah, I'm bumping it up to A tier just because of that. He's the GOAT. This begins with a flashback with young Hank Pym, his wife, and his daughter. We see the scene of Janet going subatomic again, and back in present day, see plans of maybe getting her back. Scott has some fun with his daughter, and we see that he's been under house arrest because of what he did in Civil War. As he's taking a bath, he has a weird dream and sees Janet in the quantum realm. He passes out, wakes up in a car with Hope, and she talks about how her and Hank need some help. They think Janet put a message in Scott's head, and they need that to help get her back. Hope goes to buy a component, but it doesn't exactly go to plan, so she gets in a big fight with everyone. On the way out, she gets attacked by some mysterious ghost person, and the component in the lab gets stolen. They decide to meet up with some guy for help. They realize that they need the old suit to help track the lab, but Cassie ends up having it. So they break into the school and get it and find the location to the lab. While they are there though, they get knocked out, woken up, and get told an origin story. The ghost girl and that one guy from before try to make a deal with them, but they are able to escape. Then that guy Sonny from before threatens my GOAT Louise for some information. He gets it out of him, and Ghost Girl finds out too. They finally find out how to get Janet back, but have to flee because of the FBI. The FBI catches Pym and Hope, and once again, Ghost steals the lab. Scott breaks Hope and Pym out of prison, and they head to the lab. Scott distracts Ghost while Pym goes into the quantum realm. Louise and Hope take the lab, but are chased by that guy. After a bunch of throwing the lab around, the guy eventually gets a hold of it, but Scott is able to get it back by turning big. Pym reunites with Janet, and Scott passes out, thus letting Ghost get the lab. After Scott and Hope fight Ghost for a while, Janet and Pym come back, running Ghost over. After reuniting, Ghost gets up and Janet is able to stabilize her condition. Then they are all able to run from the FBI, and the movie ends with them watching a movie. This movie was kind of mid, not gonna lie. Felt like literally nothing happened, and I don't know, there was just something off about it. It's hard to explain. I didn't really feel any stakes or anything like that. The only real positive thing about this movie was the comedy, and that's about it. Didn't completely suck, so I'll give it a C tier. But I am forgetting one thing.
What's up?
Yep, gotta include my boy Luis. Time to bump it up to a B tier. This begins with... Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I did not rewatch this movie. I simply just did not feel like it. It's basically they get trapped in the quantum realm and fight Kang the Conqueror, who is now like useless because they're replacing him with Doctor Doom. Really wasted potential in my opinion, honestly. Whenever it's a super good or super bad movie, I remember the ranking though, and there are some parts, very, very few, but some parts to enjoy, so instead of completely sucking, I'm gonna give it a D tier. But hey, at least there was... Wait a minute. No, there was no Louise! I'm moving you down to PQ tier just because of that. I can't.